Hi, and welcome back to Mist Haven. I am Missy with Missy Plays, and today we're going to visit the second island that I made outside of my Forever Island, and it is called Camborne. And my idea behind Camborne is that it is a English island, British island set in like the 1800s in a small village. These are the codes I made for this island. Not very many. Like I say, this was one of my first islands. I also had no access to treasure islands when I was making this. My daughter helped me a lot by gifting me items. It was a difficult time. Anyhow, so this is at the airport. The villagers on Camborne are Sherb, Penelope, Norma, Colton, Barbara, Poncho, Deidre, Mint, Lucky, and Benedict. And as you can see, the dream address is right there, but it'll also be in the description. So if you come from the airport, I'm going to just go to the right now. This is Penelope's house, and she has a little bakery. And with just a small sitting space. Not too much to it. Down on the beach, she has a small blanket area. She read her book, and she's got her kitty cat down here with a small pond with a couple of birds around it. And this little path goes back to that main path. So if you come down it, this is Colton's house, and Colton is our blacksmith in our small village. So he's got all the things as a blacksmith he needs. If we come back around and come back up towards resident services, we have a small area here where we have a small orchestra band. My thought is they're playing for people dancing on the plaza. Here's Norma. And when we come over here, you can come down this way to hop over if you need to. Instead of going over this way, let's go up north first. And it's just a small path coming up this way, and we come across to this farm, and there's pigs here. This is Barbara's house, and of course, since she's Barbara, she's got sheep. Then we come up here, and at this farm, that is Benedict's house, and he's growing all sorts of crops, and he's got berries growing at his place. He's got a really nice big barn right here, and when you come back this way, you can see all the chickens in the chicken coop. They're back there. So if we come back down from Benedict's farm through Barbara's, if we go back up here, there is a small seating area just to enjoy the view. You can just sit here and look at all the waterfalls, listen to them. So let's come back down and continue to the right. If we come down here, there's just a small pier, which is great for just sitting and for fishing off of. It's actually very convenient to fish off of. First thing down here is the bait shop. It has everything you need. And then we have the shipyard, and they're right now even building a ship right there. There's not too much on these beaches. There's a few scattered things. Right here is some storage because they're getting their stuff in from the pier. And up this way a little bit, here we go, is a small sitting area for the manor house, so they can sit out there and look at the ocean. So let's just keep coming down this way. I want to give you the full effect coming up to the manor house. Here's a little storage area. But if we come up through this line of trees, and we'll see Benedict here. Talk to him for a second. There's these formal gardens here, and over here there's a small place so they can sit, maybe read a book, just enjoy the sunny day. Here's their carriage, and we come up in front of the house, and let's go to the back here so we can get a good view of the house from back here. The manor house is almost like a castle. let's go inside. This is our main room with some seating and piano. And when you come up the left-hand side, this is the master bedroom. Mom and Dad are, that goes up to their gardens, but let's come back down. And so if we the other side, and this is the kids' bedroom right here. So if we this is the same area from the other side, and they have some artwork and some pretty formal gardens back here. Right here, there is a ladder one can take down and to get to Red's Beach. There's nothing really back there, but you can get to Red's Beach that way. So we come across through these formal gardens, come a little bit further over, more formal, through the gate, and right down there you can see the barn. We come through the gate and we have this more wild area with a nice log bench to look out at the view. And when we come down this way, we can see Benedict's farm down there and a nice little rabbit hiding. This little path also goes down to Benedict's farm over there, but over to the left here is my version of Stonehenge. Maybe not the best, but it is what it is, the best I could do. If we come further along this woodsy path, down here again is another entrance into where I have my Stonehenge. And when we come down here, there is a hopping spot to come up this way. Right here, there's a step ladder to go down, but I wanted to take you up here so you could just kind of see that you can see the waterfalls over here. So if we come down this ladder, and then there's another ladder right here, you can come down, and we have entered our Gypsy camp. And in here, they have all their caravans and their tents and places to sit. They have their cooking area right here, more caravans, and they have a nice place to eat their food right over here. We come along this little path here. If we come around this way, they have several seating areas. There's one here and then some storage, and then another one here, and then a third seating area here at the back, so they can just enjoy the views and stuff from where they are staying on this island. We come down a little bit further. You can go over this way a little bit, but not very far. Here's a small seating area. You can read your book on the beach. And another sitting area right here where you can enjoy some of the artwork by the museum. We come around, right there's your museum. And right next to the museum is Sherb's house, and he has a pretty little restaurant to serve the villagers. If you come behind Sherb's house and come up north, we have a very wooded area. This is Deidre's house. And this, from up here, you can see these waterfalls much better. And another view here. And when we come down, you can actually go behind Sherb's house and come along the side. And once again, you can see these waterfalls and how pretty they are. And we continue along behind Sherb's restaurant. And here's your next cranny. There is a path behind it, but here you can see it from the front. And there's another path here to go behind. They're kind of like little alleys. And here's Abel's sisters, and they can sit out here in their yard and do some sewing or some mending. Up here, we have another farm. This one is Norma's house. And around back, Norma has a small seating area where she can enjoy all the waterfalls and listen to the water flowing. And she has a small seating area up here to enjoy with her friends. There she has her cows. Over here we have just a small gazebo and a small sitting area, like a public park kind of area. And right here you can see the rest of the waterfalls and all the heads facing away. So back at Resident Services, if we come down this way, but we go to the left, right here, we see the Salty Dog Saloon, or pub. And I modeled this after the Salty Dog Saloon in Homer, Alaska, that my parents always went to. And it was a great memory, and I put it on this island. Here we have the Swan, which is our coaching inn. And they have a small seating patio area. When we first come inside, we have a reception area that has a small bar, and it's an eating room, tap room. And back here is a private spot for wealthier clients. Then here's the kitchen. And they're making everything they need for the tap room, because in addition to liquor, they feed people out there. Over to the left is a hotel room. And I decorated this one more in the Asian style. That's the kind of idea I was going for. But still beautiful views out to the parky area of the village. Over here to the right hand side is another hotel room. And this one is a little more elegant. It's still small though, but there's a place to eat, there's a place to read, there's, you know, they brought them some tea. And then let's go around and go upstairs to one of our big rooms, and they've got this sleeping area. Down here they've got a changing area and a chamber pot. And over here they have a seating area and a place to read their books or whatever, so that one can just enjoy your fire and maybe read. We go back downstairs and we go to the basement, and we have the fourth room in this inn. It's a little more sparse. Like I said, I did not have a treasure island, but it works. It's a little more rustic. And we come back outside. So if we come over to the left, you see the alley, and here's the stables for all the horses for the people who are staying at the inn. This is Lucky's house, and Lucky has a beautiful sitting spot right here so he can read and look at the ocean, but his job is as caretaker for the graveyard. And he takes care of everything there, keeps those graves nice and clean. These buildings, I had to have a little book, and they said that out on the beach they'd have these little buildings you could rent so you could have a little bit of privacy. And so I thought that's what I was thinking of when I built those. And then here we have our church. And I wanted to be able to give you a good view. It turned out really pretty. I'm very happy with how the church turned out. It's a beautiful, beautiful building. Anyhow, so the next house here is Mint's house, and it's just a small, cute yard. And then next to that, lastly, is Poncho's house, and another cute little yard. And that is this whole island. I thought it turned out really very good. It was a labor of love, and I really enjoyed making it. And I don't know how accurate it is, but there it is. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time on Mist Haven. Bye!